How are you doing today? You got to be a lot more tired than I am right now.
Oh my God, what'd you do to your arm? That's not good.
So I have I tore a ligament and then have a fracture as well. So I was playing basketball. See, this is what you get for exercising. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
So
don't do it.
Exactly.
Don't do
I was playing basketball. I airballed a shot. It started going towards the road, and I slipped on something and just fell forward onto my arm. Now, that's not the story we're going to tell people. Like my family and my family and myself. Yeah, my family and myself, we're going on a cruise at beginning of May. So yeah, unfortunately the surgery is set for like the end of the month. So
that's not good.
I can still get a tan and stuff. I've been telling people I won't be able to swim with the dolphins. But
you can tan.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be a lot of drinking. A lot of drinking and a lot of just kind of laying down outside and just enjoying that.
I love that.
Well, first off, right off the top, I owe you an apology. So you entered the game and you said, okay, I don't know this. We all remember the Tribunal Council. I'm sure you're going to hear that enough, which we all loved. That was amazing. And I said in the first podcast, I said, Chrissy, she is so fun to watch, but she doesn't know Survivor. Like, how far is she going to be able to go here? And you make the final three. You make the final three. Explain to us the journey, how much fun it was, how much maybe not fun it was. What was it like?
No, it was fun. I had the time of my life out there. I had to adapt pretty quickly to those environments and the aspects that were out there, the elements of the outback. But, I walked in and they basically took Croc away within about 10 minutes and it was him versus me. So I just had to align myself with, what I thought was going to be a shield and someone to keep me safe out there. And yeah, I chose the right people because they made the final four. So
it was so fun to watch. What would you say was the hardest part about being out there?
Oh, look, hands down when we got separated from Croc, because my whole idea was he'd run the show and I'd be able to just, make our friends and keep us nice and comfy and happy and safe. And then he exited out. So I had to adapt really quickly. Hardest thing being away from my family. I know everyone goes, being away from my kids, not having the ability to just check in, because I told my kids, I'm going for a week. I'll see you soon. And each week I just thought, far out, like, what are they doing? Are they at home saying, come on, what's she doing? This is selfish. Why did she need to do this? But yeah, happy when I saw them at finale, because they were definitely
that was one of the most beautiful moments when they ran in. I was like, there was multiple moments this season that brought tears to my eyes, like the letters and stuff. And I usually don't cry. Like, I'm that type of person. It takes a lot. And when you're
cried,
I did. Okay. So it was building, like seeing Mark, talk to Harry, and then just seeing all the families. And then as soon as your kids, and I think it was Con.
Music, they're good with music and tears.
It was perfect with it. When Con was on the jury and as soon as they said, you want to see your kids or whatever, and Con went, no, I lost it. I saw them running and everything.
And don't forget COVID. There was COVID. So we didn't think we were going to see our family members. So the fact that I got them and then Croc came up behind, it was a lot.
Well, I do have to ask about Croc, because you kept saying this was Croc's dream to go out onto the show and all that. But what did Croc have to do to convince you to go out there?
They rang a couple of times and they kept saying FaceTime. And I was like, why? Why do you need to see me? Just say what you've got to ask. And he knew that if I did that, I would have taken it as a bit of a joke. So they came up to my house and said, look, we're a pretty good chance here. We've been sort of recruited in the procedures of Survivor. And I was like, Survivor? What is this? So he had to pitch it pretty hard, because I thought I was heading off to an island. And of course he showed me the episode with David G. And I was like, oh, he's hot. He might be on it. He might be on it when I'm on it. Okay, let's do this. But look, he didn't have to say too much, because I'm always up for a bit of a giggle. However, once I got out there and I realized it wasn't Fiji, I was like, what is happening?
No David G either. There was no David out there.
No. Well, I was hoping he was in the helicopter. I thought he was the helicopter coming in.
Oh man, that had to be a little bit of a disappointment. But you played like I loved how at the final tribal council you kept saying I played a social game. And I don't remember you saying this actually, but you said in a confessional, if the winner is best social game, I think that's my game because you played a super great strategic game. Sorry, I lost my spot here. I've been doing notes on my phone because I can't write.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
But so you played an honest game, a loyal game. And that's impressive to do because not a lot of people do that. And you listen to your heart a lot of the times. Was there ever a moment now looking back that you wish you went with your gut in that certain instance rather than your heart?
No, I don't think so because I'm not going to talk about regrets and stuff. There's been, I'm getting pumped in these interviews for, if you had done Josh, then you would have done Mark, you would have made final three.
I kept it very vague.
I was like, oh, can we not debrief on this? No, I don't think I'd change anything. I'm not going to say that I go with my gut because that wouldn't be me. And the one time I tried to go strategic with the girls, it flipped on its head. And the boys could have been.
Your face was amazing. Your facial expression when that happened. I'm like, well, you just lost Chrissy.
Yeah, you're dead to me. And then everyone's been saying, if you just had 10 seconds walking up there and process, should you have maybe written Josh, because that could have been your massive move, then take out Mark. I'm like, that wasn't my game. I would have been rattled and stressed. So I was just like, nah, I'm happy with how it went. Hey, if I got runner up, because I didn't go to purgatory, if I got runner up and I lost to him, bring it on. That's fine.
Hey, I love the don't live life with regrets thing, but now I have to go through not do that question. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, we can do it. No, I'm lie. I can lie now.
Well, you did. I do have to say, what really impressed me, you were one of the people who found not one, but technically 2 idols in the game. Like what? Where did this Chrissy come from? And you did correct me on our Instagram page when you said, I actually found 2 clues. Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, I loved it.
I don't have much on that resume. I need all the points I can get.
I loved it. I loved it. So what was the feeling like when you found the idols and stuff? Because that just had to be surreal. Like just walking up and being like, wow.
I think the first one was just so, because it was like really fast. It's just lying in a tree. I knew that it was a letter and it was going to give me a clue. I picked that up in the first episode of Haley and George's season that I watched, the five episodes there. So, yes, I knew that was a clue, and then I thought flipping days. But I saw that damn idol as soon as I walked into jury, that first one, and I knew I've got to get to it. The editing on that is insane because we sat down and ran.
Shay and I just laughed about it, by the way.
It was, we sat down and then we sprinted. So it wasn't that delay. And then, of course, the second one with Croc, that was the best day of my life because I found that at reward just because I was being a lazy ass and I sat down. Everyone was up mingling and I'm like, oh, man, I need to take a seat. And then I saw it and I was like, I'm going to get another one.
Did Croc, I couldn't remember this off the top of my head. Did Croc leave with that second idol? Because my family and I, we were sitting there and we were like, did Croc just steal that from Chrissy? Because Chrissy was the one who technically found the note and everything.
You know what? I got the clue and then he found it in the lake and pulled it in. And I had my togs on. So he's like, well, it's ours. I'll take it. But we just didn't think, it was a blindside. We didn't think we needed it. So, I mean, I probably wouldn't have even gotten it. To be fair, I wouldn't have got it off him. We would have discussed when we needed to play it anyway. Mm-hmm. But what a bummer, because that's what he went home with. And you know what? There's another non-regret, because if I had kept it, would I have been a target? Maybe. Would it piss people off? Maybe. Would I have lost my head and been more nervous and hot mess than I was? Maybe.
Well, no one knew about it other than Croc, like at the time.
Yep.
See, that was
true.
That was a big thing. A lot of people were telling a lot of people about their idols and stuff, and that was impressive. You and Croc kept that silent.
There may have been one person.
Oh, no. I just hyped you up now, and now you just ruined it.
No, but he never told anyone, and I'm not telling you who it was.
That's fair. That's fair. It'll be the long lost secret and everything. Well, outside of Croc, you had a beautiful relationship. I called it beautiful. I thought it was awesome with Josh. You and Josh were really close. in the game. Can you just explain that? I won't make you go back and say why you didn't side with the girls and all that, because you're going to answer that a lot today. But can you just go back and explain how hard it was on you to vote Josh out of the game? Because you had that awesome line. I believed it was one of the best lines from the show. Well, blood is definitely not thicker than water.
Yeah.
So how hard was it?
I still have to do the what ifs, like that was a hard decision. I felt like I lost him a bit, and he felt like he lost me in the last few days, because we got those phone calls and it made us remember, that our family's at home and this was our survivor family. On day one, end of day one, day two, I said to him and Mark, I'm not going to write your names down. Like, I'm telling you, I'm a loyal person. You make me feel safe. If I've got to do this without Croc, I need one of you. And I didn't connect with anyone else like I connected with them. We dominated, us three. We never, ever, ever, until those last 48, 72 hours, doubted each other. I didn't realise it was as savage as it was on Josh's side. I thought that was a bit hard to watch because I wasn't ready for that. But we've chatted. I knew what he was doing. I just didn't know it was that savage. But yeah, he's my best mate, and yeah.
You were also pretty close to Mark, and I actually just thought about this. I didn't even write this down, but one of the best moments from this entire season was Mark's second idol that no one knew about other than Jordy till he was blue in the face. I imagine it had to get annoying at camp.
Yelling.
How many? Yeah. I was thinking that, I'm like, how many times has he said he's got two idols? And I was like,
you will never know. And the edit's not exaggerating. He told us so many times. But Jordy was chaos. That's why he got that name. He was so erratic. He was a massive strategic threat. So we just thought he was bullshitting us. No one believed anything he said. He would say, I'm the new alliance. And we'd be like, no, you're not. So why would we believe that Jesse, a super fan, would give an idol with this value to Sammy? Stupid. We never believed it. But Mark, I asked him over and over again, and he's a good liar.
You were that one person, from what we saw at least. There might have been more, but from the edit perspective, you were that one person throughout the entire time who was kind of like, should we be focusing on this second idol maybe? Like everyone else didn't even want to talk about it. You were the one who was hey.
Jordy was so persistent. And then you know what? Jordy said to me, I swear to you on your kids' lives.
Oh,
and I was like, and that's when I was at jury. I went at tribal. I went, really?
That's a risky thing to say.
You can't say that. It was so, and I was like, and then so I'm like to Mark, I'm just going to ask you once more. And he lost his head. So I was like, oh, okay, that's it. We're done.
I'll leave
Jordy's
it.
Jordy's fibbing.
Well, now that you've been a part of Survivor and you've had this incredible Survivor journey, I guess this is a 2-part question. The first part is simple. Are you a Survivor fan now? Are you going to start really being involved? In the second part was how incredible what has this journey been, even outside the game, because a lot of times people don't realize the friendships you make
I know,
and the memories you have forever. So sorry, bit of a long question, but
no, I like it. Am I going to be a super fan? I will be invested in the show, and I can't wait for the next season. So yes, I don't know if super fan's the right word, but they got a viewer out of me being on Survivor.
Yes, that was the goal here.
Yes. In terms of the friendships, you were saying the friendships coming out of it. You're in this bizarre environment. It's extremely unique, and the relationships that you have in there, the people when you come out don't get it. They still don't really get it today. We were absolutely cooked coming out, and it was a hard jury for me. It's really triggering to watch last night. It made a great edit, the actual ending on the show, for what you guys in Australia saw, but for me it was a really different experience. So it took me some time to come out of that and realize that it is a game and they were just playing, but to me it was horrific. So I have done some work to try and make sure that I'm okay with that, and that it was just a game, and that these guys were my friends out there. And yes, majority of them are definitely in my world forever now.
Well, I like to kind of end these shows on a positive note. Okay. Super easy question. And that is,
Okay.
would you play again? Could we ever see Chrissy out there again? Because you were for sure, and I can say this of certainty, one of everybody's favorites. So would you play again?
Yeah, but what? It's only can be yes or no. Can we debrief?
Yeah, we can debrief. Yeah.
So to me, I won. Like my kids got to meet Jonathan. I made some great friends. I was true to myself. I came runner-up to someone that has played it before, so I didn't lose to like a dud,
Yeah, yeah.
So can you do better than that? What if I come out and put pie on my face?
So it's
Let's
tough.
say maybe.
Maybe. Don't rule it out is basically what you're saying for us.
Don't rule it out. Never say never. Never say never.
Well, Chrissy, it was an honor to be able to speak with you today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk to me. Try not to work too hard today.
No, I'm relaxing. Look, media, and look at this. Look at this, Randy. Wait.
I think I know what you're talking about because I saw the Instagram stories where you guys watched an episode like in the theater. And I was like,
yeah, it's so good.
So
I can't, it's not turning like
outside of this, doing this stuff and stuff. I actually, that is incredible. See, that is my dream actually, because I'm really invested in like movies and stuff because that's my dream is to be an actor. So when I saw I saw your theater, I was like, this is what I need in my household. Like how do I get that?
Everyone needs a theater. You just need a big TV and some chairs.
Some comfortable chairs. Well, thanks again, Chrissy. Would love to talk again someday.
Yeah, let's do it. Ring me.
Have a great day.
Bye.